Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to welcome Representative Seth Berry, the co-sponsors, to the ceremonial signing of LD 1620, which is an act to protect healthcare consumers from catastrophic death. This is a very important piece of consumer protection legislation, as the very moving story of Rocky and Theresa D'Andrea shows. I'm very honored to have Therese here, spend a few minutes with her, and really appreciated the President recognizing you and your family and the terrible, difficult time that you've gone through in your family, but the good that's coming from that experience to benefit a lot of Maine families. So thank you very much for that and for being here today. And also Representative Berry, the Andres, the Consumers for Affordable Health Care, among many others that fought so hard to get this bill passed. Maine's law will go into effect before the provision against caps in the federal law. And so once again, Maine stands proud to be a leader in health care. And I'm pleased to be able to sign this bill ceremonially again, and I want to congratulate Representative Berry, members of the committee, and I would like to at this time ask Theresa if she would like to say a few words, and then Representative Berry to speak on this bill.
Thank you. I asked to speak this morning for a very important reason. I think it's it should be well known that I could have not done this alone. If it hadn't been for the people that stood behind me and supported Rocky through all of this, we couldn't be sitting here today. I really would like to acknowledge the Consumers for Affordable Health Care. They took such good care of me while I was going through all of this difficulty. I need to acknowledge the folks that I work for, the Maine Parent Federation. They went out of their way to see I was cared for, and I was cared for in a very gentle, humane way. I always thought I'd never won any type of lottery in my life, and I won't even go into that, the luck that I've had. But I decided that what really happened is I won the lottery the day that they hired me. So I'm extremely proud to be a member of their agency. And I want to thank everybody for honoring my husband. He was an amazing man. And this is just a wonderful epitaph for him. So, okay. So thank you. Thank you.
Representative Berry, who is the sponsor of the legislation, if you'd like to say.
Thank you very much, Governor. First of all, thank you for your leadership on healthcare in general. I think this is another instance where Maine has led, and it's in large part due to your administration. People like Mila Kaufman. The Bureau of Insurance was instrumental in helping us to understand that caps were something that we could do away with. It would not have a major impact on premiums, and we could cover people in this economy when we need it most. So thank you, first of all, for your leadership. And I also want to recognize Theresa, because in the end, this bill was, in fact, all along, this bill was not about her and about Rocky in the sense that we could do anything to prevent them from going through the very difficult experience that they have gone through. And we passed this bill in Rocky's memory and in honor of their struggle, but with the knowledge that we can't go back. We can't ever get back the immense pain and suffering that they went through. We can't make that better. What we can do, and the reason that Theresa's here, and the reason that they've been here with us all along, is protect people going forward. But for the next 3 years, we do not have protections in place at the federal level. But Maine will have protections, and that's the beauty of this bill being enacted now, especially in this tough economy. I think we all have heard, and it's true, that 62% of bankruptcies are related to medical costs. Over half of those, I think actually about 2/3, are people who have insurance. Major medical insurance needs to mean major medical insurance. That's what this bill does. That's what Maine is doing today. And we are 3 years ahead of the federal government in that respect. So thank you to everyone who helped. I want to also recognize Representative Treat, the chair of the committee. Senator Bowman couldn't be with us. There are many members of the committee who worked hard on this, standing behind me. Representative Strang Burgess from Cumberland was instrumental in making this a bipartisan bill, and in the end it was a unanimous vote at the House. Didn't always look like we'd get there, but it was a unanimous vote in the end, and it's in large part thanks to her and her strong advocacy as a cancer survivor. There are many here. I should point out Alice Knapp, my constituent from Richmond, who first brought this bill to my attention as well. And so I'm sure I left out many people along the way, and it's because so many felt strongly about this issue and understood that this was the right thing to do, that Maine could lead, that Maine had to lead on this issue. So thank you all for being here.
Representative Campbell has a joint resolution. Yes.
Whereas the 124th legislator has learned with deep regret of the death of Richard Rocky D'Andrea of Limerick. Mr. D'Andrea was born in Chicago, Illinois, and served as a medic and physical therapist in the United States Army. After his military service, he lived in Nebraska, moving to Maine in 1947. He was dedicated to the communities in which he lived and ran group homes for handicapped and underprivileged children and young adults. While battling cancer, Mr. D'Andrea gave legislative testimony in support of a health care bill which has been passed by the legislature. He will be greatly missed and long remembered by his loving wife, Theresa, his family, and his many friends. Therefore, be it resolved that we, the members of the Senate and House of Representatives, pause in a moment of understanding and prayer to inscribe this token of sympathy and condolence to all who share this great loss, and respectfully request that when the legislature adjourns this stated, it do so in honor of the lasting tribute of the deceased. Elizabeth H. Mitchell, President of the Senate, Hannah M. Pingree, Speaker of the House, Joy O'Brien, Secretary of the Senate, Melissa M. McFarland, Clerk of the House, introduced by Representative Campbell, Senator Richard Nass, Representative Meredith Strang Burgess, Representative Sharon Anglin Treat, Senator Peter B. Bowman.
Therese, you get the pen. Thank you. Nice job. Good job. Nice work. Very well. Nice work. Mark, thank you. Nice work. You too. You did it. I kind of think Susan's a better half of it. Nice job.